What is good, subscribers of Mr.Jabs, and we have a guest narration. I am J-Wolves, and this is Mr.Jabs. He's got an RU battle against Evinxx or something. I'm not quite sure what this is, but it is a UU match, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so let's get right into the battle. He's gonna lead off with a Dolphin, and his opponent's gonna lead off with a Aerodactyl. They're both going to go for Stealth Rock straight off the bat, just because, you know, it's always good to have a get your rocks up. And his opponent's going to go for the Earthquake as he goes for another shut up. Okay, as he goes for another Rapid Spin. Here he's probably hoping the Ice Shot did more, but it doesn't, and he's able to get another rocks another layer of rocks up again. And he's going to go for the Ice Shot again, hoping it could take it out, and it does take it out, which is pretty awesome for Mr.Jabs. And now he is 6'5", I'm pretty sure he is up. And now he brings in Omastar, knowing he can't do anything. And his opponent makes a good play here by predicting the switch and going for that smash, which raises his attack and special attack sharply, and also his speed, but lowers his special defense, defense. Which is a good play, and considering this is +2, that's going to do not much to this Poliwrath. I know Poliwrath's bulky, but it's not. I didn't think it would be that bulky. So he is going to go for sub right there, Mr.Jabs. He's going to go for Focus Punch. The opponent obviously knew it, and he whipped that into his Mew, which takes out like a boss, obviously, because it's like 4 times effective or some shit. And his opponent's going to take this time to set up, which is okay, I guess, but Mr.Jabs is in a bad position here because this guy's rolling a weird Mew set. He's wearing like Soft-Boiled, Psychic, Aurora Spear, and Carmine, which is kind of weird. I've never seen that before. It's actually quite weird. And Mr.Jabs is going to keep spamming him with the Waterfall, which is not good for him because if he does let his opponent set up like this, now he's gonna do some damage, and is gonna do so lot. So he will go for his own bulk up here. Not really quite sure, just to do some more damage with that with the Waterfall. As the opponent breaks, the subs shoot with a +2 Psychic, and as Jabs goes for another Waterfall, it's gonna do roughly about a third, maybe just under a third. But yeah, leftovers come in, he's going to switch out, obviously Psychic's coming along, and it's going to do quite a lot, like a lot, but it's a crit, so which is really unfortunate for Mr.Jabs. And he's going to go for that Aura Spear that, like I've never seen before on a Mew, which is kind of weird, and he's going to be able to take his Kimping out. So that crit definitely did matter, but he gets a revenge crit later on in the game if you stay and watch. So he's going to bring in his Source Buck. He goes for Double Edge, gets some damage on it. Doesn't do shit, or does quite a bit, but it's not going to be enough to kill. And he's going to go for the Aura Sphere and just take him out, which is quite gay. And now he is getting prepared for a sweep here, Mr.Jabs. So he needs to find a way out of it. So he switches in. He goes into his Witchcraft, which is Miss Mages, forces a switch, and he's going to go for the Shadow Ball here just to be safe. And hit whatever comes in, which is his Houndoom, and you know, he's about half health now with the Stealth Rock damage, and he's obviously predicting a Dark move. Switches out to his Poliwrath, knowing it is a bulky set and can take it like a bitch, like that. That is a bitch, and bitches can take hits like bitches. And he's gonna switch out, knowing the fighting move's coming, the Focus Punch, I might say. And he brings in a Shaming, which is a good play on his part, even though it does quite a lot. It's going to be easy to hit KO. So he's got to switch here. Doesn't want to take. Oh, Jazz switches here for some reason. I reckon he could have taken it out with a Focus Punch as he goes for Leech Seed, which is another good play for his opponent, predicting the switch, because Zapdos are bulky and you want as much residual damage on them as possible. So he gets the Leech Seed up, which is good, and now he is gaining health like a bitch. And now he's going to bring in his... Well, sorry, it's a bit dull, but I can't be screwed. Not really, I can be screwed. But, you know, he's going to bring his Houndoom, and he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, I'm thinking, which is another good play for his opponent. And it barely lives, and he's going to get a lot of health back from that Leech Seed. So he finally makes a good play, switches out Mr.Jabs, and he's going to the Houndoom is going to go for the 5 blast. Not going to do much, but he gets a burn, which is really costly because that cuts the attack in half, which is not good at all. And this Registeel is going to take this waterfall like a bitch. Like literally, that's like nothing. You can. I don't want to say how much that did. That's just embarrassing, really. So now knowing he can't do anything, he's going to switch into his Donphan. Probably going to go for the Earthquake. And he switches out. It's actually a double switch, and he goes into his Muna, which is kind of good. And he's going to go for the Ashard to take him out. But unfortunately, it just doesn't take it out, which is like, oh. And Mr.Jabs is probably raging in his pantyhose, and it's kind of funny because it's awkward. So he's gonna get the soft board up, and he's gonna set up again, which is like, god damn. And Mr.Jabs is gonna go straight for the Earthquake, hoping it will kill. And it just lives again, which is like, come on, dude. And he's gonna switch out, knowing he might want it as fodder later on in the game. And he's gonna go for the obvious Ashard, which is a good play on his opponent's side again. So this opponent is predicting Jabs like a bitch, and he's just gonna go for the Skull there, and that's gonna take him down to his 30, which is like, damn, Jabs, what are you doing? What are you doing staying in on a Skull? But he's gonna be able to take him out with a EQ, which is another good play on his part. So he's gonna take out this Houndoom's gonna come in, and he's gonna take it out with an Ashard, which is another good play. Not really a good play, but you know, it's a standard play. It's a normal play. So he's gonna bring the opponent. Evinxx is gonna bring in his Registeel, and surprisingly, it's faster. Surprisingly, it is faster. I'm like, what the hell, man? It's gonna go for the Iron Head and take his Donphan out. Look, Donphan, and Jabs is gonna bring in his Miss Majors. He's going for the substitute. I don't think he was predicting the T-Wave just to get a sub up, but if he was, it's a good play on his part. And he's going for the Hidden Power fighting, and it's not going to do much because Hidden Power and fighting and especially defensive wall is not going to do much till Registeel. So he's just going to keep spamming him with the Hidden Power fighting. He is now down exactly half pretty much, and that Iron hit it a lot. So that did a lot, like, I'm not joking. Oh, sorry, my throat is filled up with phlegm. And he's gonna go for the Hidden Power fighting, and that's gonna be a crit, which really mattered because he would have died if he didn't get a crit there. So that's a revenge crit, as I was talking about earlier on in the battle. And Richcraft is gonna go for that Shadow Ball. It's just not gonna kill again, but he gets a Spec D drop, which is awesome. And then he misses the Sea Flare, which is another hacksy bit. So it's a quite funny bit there, and he's definitely going to be able to take him out with a Shadow Ball, so that's really bad. So that's pretty much game. He's going to bring in his Mew, which could have swept his team pretty much, but he just has not to, and it's going to be the game. So good game, Jabs. Good game, Evinxx. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Go to my channel, give it a sub, give it a like, and goodbye. Hope you liked the video. Give it a like. Balls out, and have a good evening.